Okay.
Next time.
Let us move.
When did the troubles begin?
I'm against it right away, before we even meet. Whole flocks of birds scattered to the wind. I figured something.
My shipment system actually the depths of the forest earlier. I knew something was wrong. My magic felt different. The air felt charged. Even the wind rustling through the leaves, it sounded like a warning. She told me to go ahead, to wait by the river. I was there with the others when we started seeing lights in the sky. Caravel never made it out. I'm so sorry.
Wicked was brewing, and the Hana made scarce, and I knew for sure.
Okay. So, basically, I can't even talk to Morrigan. That's fine. Bird. Alright, let's go down here. Alright, looks like we're being attacked by whatever those are. Ugh, this is gonna hurt. Ow, that's the one I thought was attacking me. Wait, where did you come from? Bland. Oh, that one's staggered. Oh, bland. Oh, I was gonna say, did I miss? Well, there we go.
That the last of them?
Alright, that's a quest. Alright, so the quest is a glowing mark. But I do remember seeing a beacon. I could just never reach it. But I'm guessing now I can. So I'll just go touch the beacon first. Before we activate the quests. Collect. Whoops. Collect. Alright, I've unlocked the beacon. But I can't seem to... There we go. I'll do this one first. There was also an exclamation mark over here. Which is...
Another statue. There's an elf out there somewhere who really likes owls.
Oh yeah, we should do the owl statue. What do you want?
Trapped. Can't get out. It hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
It's really upset, and if it stays like this, it could turn into a demon, I mean.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me.
Probably.
Everything is in.
What the heck? Whole forest is weird. Here goes nothing. Look at that.
Oh. I'm convinced these owls are more than statues. There's a power behind these silent guardians. I'm hesitant to tamper with them, but on the other hand, owls represent wisdom and transformation. I can't imagine a monument to such a noble creature would be harmful. Renee Limford. Hi Fenvin, how you doing today? It's going alright. Just continue with some more Dragon Age. How are you doing? Oh, that's just screaming at me. Alright, let's go over here. Damn it, did I forget to pick that up again? Collect. Just relaxing now before going to bed. think we've been over this, but you must be a couple hours ahead of me. Because it's only 9:13 p.m. here. So it must be later for you. Unless it's like 4 a.m. and you're only just going to bed now or something. How's Dragon Age? I'm actually enjoying it. It doesn't feel like a true Dragon Age yet. It is quite different in the build-up and the way they've done certain things, but I don't hate the combat. I'm not hating the story, although the story does feel kind of paused while we're just kind of collecting companions. So I feel like they could have weaved it in a bit better, but you know, it is what it is. It's actually afternoon here. Oh no, I hate it when my sleep schedule is one of those things that's very easy to ruin, but very difficult to get back on track.
This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
This sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Cunning's encouraged, so
Being
you
able
think
to move the terrain is going to be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high for good
4 p.m.
vantage.
Let's try it out for practice.
All right. See this rock?
Oops.
I'm gonna move it.
Do it then. What was that earthbending pose?
Oh, awkward.
I don't know if I want to make a joke.
Don't give up. You're still new at this.
I can do this. I can do this.
Do it.
You can do this.
But I did it before, when we were fighting Darkspawn.
We were in danger. Maybe that helped.
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Well, that one's not really an emotional trigger, I guess.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us.
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I
That
could have
lemur.
protected the people
It's earthbending.
who matter.
Wrong element, Fenvin. Thank you. Technically it's orange juice, but close enough. You can't save everyone.
You can't be everywhere, even with these abilities.
I should give up and not even try?
What?
Didn't say that. I just meant that no one's safe forever, even with magic.
Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
Yes. That's not what I was saying, though.
Wonder what's up there? Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
Okay, well, you do that. There's nothing around here.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Perhaps. Before we do that, though, I'm sorry, but I have to collect everything. There we go. Oh, I have to do it for her. Stone Song.
Right.
Well
Interesting.
done. Let's find another rock for you to...
The
Oops.
multitudes called out, finding solace in each other.
What?
Sucks.
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Harding, you're being weird. A broken alluvium. Oh god. That was a weird perception. Alright, so this is just like a training mission. Or are we gonna fight something?
Think you could clear a path for us?
Maybe. Oh. in the water as well. Just obvious rocks sitting there. Girl, just do it.
Of course.
Look at that.
Because apparently Rook can't swim. I wish they put some kind of explanation as to
Wanna try
why.
another one?
Why not?
Oh? What is over here? A door? A chest protected by magic? Huh? Oh. Oh? Using companion abilities with the Lyrium Dagger, companions may be called upon for help via the Lyrium Dagger, even when they're not present in the party. I see, so you're not penalized for choosing who you like. That's nice. A new... Ooh, is that better? Does increase my ability, damage, lowers my defense a tiny smidge, but then I get extra damage. Yeah, I'll equip it. Why not? I just won't get hit. Right? That's the plan. Alright, back to Harding and rocks. Yeah, there are some times it gets a bit jank, but not like...
Got it.
Not too bad. That's mainly when I'm just like dicking around, like warping like a maniac and jumping at the same time. So I think that's more of me than the game. But yeah, it is very smooth.
So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic.
They
Sorry.
look the
Just
same to
thinking
me.
out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean.
I wish I could float. Did you ever play Dragon's Dogma 2? I like how the mages could just hover, which would let you solve some puzzles. Rock.
Leave it to me.
It was quite poorly
Let's find a couple
optimized. Actually, it wasn't that poorly optimized.
I'm
Can
on.
she do it while I'm on it?
Trouble for you now.
I know.
And
This is great.
but I had some issues with it, but it was fun. It was fun to play. Combat was really good. The story was a bit meh. It wasn't the worst.
Heard ya.
It wasn't the best either. It just kind of felt like a retelling
This stone thing.
of the first
I'm definitely getting there.
Dragon's Dogma.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
First the chest though. Sunder duration. No, I prefer that one. Where are we going? Oh. Dragon's Dogma 1 is very
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
aged. Story's good. But like combat and even graphics is very aged,
We need to go.
and it hasn't aged very well. Which is why Dragon's Dogma 2 is like the definitive version, I think, because it's essentially the same story, just slightly tweaked. And I mean, it's not really the same story, but it is. Yeah, it felt kind of short, but combat was really fun. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend the first game, even though it is the better complete package. Combat is just, yeah, very
There's no way up from here.
old.
Let's look around.
I mean, it came out on PS3, I'm pretty sure, originally, so, you know. Can I break that? Oh, so that one I can, because it had a lock. But the other ones I cannot. I'm not going
How about
up
if
yet.
you move this rock?
We're doing this first. Padding. Ba-bam. This looks breakable. Okay, no. I was gonna say it sounds breakable, but they all sound the same. Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. I do love it though. Oh, I saw something. I feel like it would make a great, like, the combat's so smooth for Dragon's Dogma 2. Whoops, wrong button. But your pawns just aren't the most, well, they're not the greatest teammates. It would be a really good multiplayer game,
Let's hurry.
but... Oh, not that. Damn it. But yeah.
Easy.
Maker, I thought I was dead for sure.
We are now.
Harding wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Great answer.
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Just me and this random dude.
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding,
Yeah?
what's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk.
Okay. He's not my friend. We just met him. I don't believe so. Mainly because Varric is like out of commission immediately at the start. Like in the first 20 minutes. They just put him into bed. So you can look at him, you can look at his feet. Because, you know, he just doesn't wear shoes now. Increased healing. Critical damage. Oh, let's go on. So yeah, he just now gives away free feet picks. He doesn't do much else. He does narrate still. But I think lore-wise, Varric is... He has this thing with Bianca. Not the gun, like who the gun's named after. So I think, unless we get more information about that, yeah, I don't think he's ready to move on. Shred. During combat, Shred may trigger automatically. This has this independent cooldown. Oh, that's good. Because I think I can detonate Sunder, which means I can do it more often. Critical damage. What's next? Critical hit reduces cooldown by 50%. Ooh. That one is on a critical hit, the shot shatters and sends Titan stone projectiles in every direction. That's good. I just don't know how often they critical hit either way. Varric's definitely a character that's more fleshed out, at least in number 2. And in number 3 as well, like well-rounded, perfectly written. So, but because he's not romanceable, I think they could do that. They could really focus in without having to keep them a bit loose for what the player wants to do. Yeah, so these are the companion skill tree. So they have 5 abilities, and I assume this is an ultimate ability when something happens. I don't know how, like, what their max is, but every time they get up a bonding rank, they get 2 skill points. So I don't know if I can get them all. So at the moment, I'm just going to focus on one and then the next one, because I want to face it on the detonate or the apply ability, so that way I can do good damage, because they combo with each other. Where some of them might be fun, but if they don't do combos, which is kind of what you need to clear out when there's giant waves of enemies. Yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on at the moment. I don't need duration, because if I detonate it straight away, which is what I usually do, this one just increases the penetration that detonations do. Now I have a skill point. What was I aiming for? I think I was going over here for extra mana. That looks fun. It applies weakens, which I think is better than this, because I think that can combo with someone. I just don't remember. But yeah, I was a bit bummed that Eternal Hip, that they did what they did to Varric. They know what they did. And they immediately removed him from combat. It's a bit poopy. But it makes sense, because we have too many bow users already. Like, both Balara and Harding use a bow. I can't tell if Balara is a rogue or a mage, because she's kind of both. But now Harding also has magic anyway. So I think the class system of old doesn't really exist anymore, apart from the player character. The other people just seem to have abilities and weapon skills, depending on whatever they've got. Help Balara check the artifacts. Sure. Oops. Let's stop knocking. I need to level these girls up anyway.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
No.
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
Alright.
This should be easy. Yenarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
What do I do?
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, of course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts.
Yeah.
We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the Lyran reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry.
Forget it.
Okay then.
All right. Go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Balara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly. Of course. See you soon.
Well, there's a story there. Ooh. Oh. That's a bit awkward. Oh, where are we going, Balara? Over here.
So what was that all about?
What was what all about?
That tension. Seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Is it though? I'm sure it's a tragic
Here we are,
backstory.
the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example.
Let's see. What is this? Lamp. Solace Firefly. Found in the center of a large charged circle, artifact will emit tremendous heat and light when unstable. Will melt stone. Oh. Why don't we just use that against the gods? This is some kind of triangle with a lot of water. Found at the bottom of a large well, artifact will separate all nearby materials into constituent pieces when unstable. Materials can include people. Tears of June. That sounds dangerous. But could we use it against the gods? They're people too. Kind of. Borrow the gauntlet artifact. Figured out how to make it create arrows, and it resonates with other artifacts. Not sure what that means, but interesting. We'll return it soon. Promise. And B. Well, I assume that's Balara. We need better guidance around artifact retrieval and a clear direction on what to do when you find one, and how you tell if it's safe. Lots of new people means lots of risk. Balara has some suggestions. Given her history, she's motivated to make this all safer. Suggest we convene and talk about her proposals. Alright, so there's definitely something that happened in her past that's caused. That's just a piece of cheese. With no notes. Interesting. What am I doing with this? That is a... Ooh, collect this. Tethaman's Guidance. Found on the western edge of a white spire buried in snow. Artifact will cause nearby objects to continue floating upwards indefinitely when unstable. Currently cannot be retrieved. What do you mean can't be retrieved? It's right there. Do you mean that it's unstable currently and can't be unretrieved? I mean unstable? I don't know what I'm saying. And this one's an egg with a handprint. Or a vase. Gilinane's Binding. I found in the ruins of Unnamed Tag. Artifact will combine multiple living creatures into one body when unstable. Causes immediate death in most cases. It would be funny if we used this against Gilinane and the other god that I can't remember their name. They just pile of bones and gold. Immediately killed them. Alright, I guess I put this here.
Okay, see those 2 power crystals?
Okay.
Oops.
Power crystal is
I think I skipped
Great.
a bit.
And the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is.
Sorry, Balara, I was too busy checking in all your little trinkets to pay attention to what you actually need me to do.
And there we go.
So it's calmed now.
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good.
Why is this one not in a little box? Or is this one that calms the others or something? I don't know. I think we will never know. Is that soulless? Where are we going? Ugh.
So, it's nice out at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right.
I don't like this tree. Find crystals, alright. Get you.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
Don't tell me what to do. We'll collect this rock. I think there's one up here. Ooh. Gold. Actually, weave. That's enough.
So what did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down
This
all around it every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about.
Why don't we use that one against the gods? Although I suppose once every... A 30-minute cooldown on a meteor strike doesn't sound super effective. But hey. If the fight lasts longer than 30 minutes, you're golden. Assuming you can control it slightly.
Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do. I know.
This is important too.
We're keeping reality intact. That feels pretty important.
Right. Good point. Okay, one more to go.
Where are we going? There we go. I don't like these hands. Out the door.
Not too far now.
Oh.
Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, or helping lots of people. Everywhere. I
We
like that.
sure are. Alright. Oh, there we go. Humming curiosity. The first instance of damage from shock deals 200%. Oh. All his skills are lightning based, so that's handy. What are we doing here? Right, more thingies. Yeah. There's one over. No, there's not. It's a place to put one. Why are these orbs, orbs? Why are these power crystals not in place anyway? Or do they run out? Is she one of the party members? She is, yeah. She's a companion. Ooh. She is Belara. This gal. Who's a veil jumper. So she uses the bow, but she does have some, like, lightning skills. She's also kind of like an artificer. So she's definitely a rogue, but like more on the magical artifact side. Collect. Ah, sweet. Now we can upgrade. Yeah. At least they notify you when you can upgrade the workshop.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it.
Great.
Hey, Rook.
What you need?
Never mind.
Yeah, so far we've got four party members. We've got Belara, who is kind of a... Oh, no, see, it says here mage. So she is a mage, but she uses a bow. Interesting. We've got Harding, who is a rogue. She was in Inquisition. Who was a scout, so she wasn't a party member, and now she is, so she got upgraded. We have Lucanus, who is also a rogue, but they deal with close range daggers and stuff. Yeah, you can have a relationship or casual relationship with her. I don't remember. I never did because reasons. So the first sort of close range party member I have, and then we got Nev, who is also a mage. She mainly does ice magic, and she can slow down time as well, which is handy, but I need detonation more so. And she's a detective. It's her like little backstory. But yeah, in Inquisition, I just did, you know, Iron
The
Ball
other crystal?
Great, slot it in.
and Dorian. I did do a female Inquisitor once, so I could get Holland and Blackwall, but but I think I read somewhere that this one everyone is pan or bi or something, so you can like relationship with anyone regardless, which kind of takes away a little of their personality but makes it more.
There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
I mean, I tried to do a mod, or I did a mod, for when I replayed Origin a few years back, so I could swoon and woo Alistair, because why wouldn't you? Alistair's good, except for in Inquisition, or was it? He came back in one of the two, either Inquisition or number 2, and he was kind of lame in that one. But not lame as in like, haha, what a nerd, like lame as in boring. I respect that.
Yeah, keeping reality from falling apart is important, but other veil jumpers can do this.
That's the one.
Why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Well, I'm not going to push Balara. We've got a whole game to unravel your backstory. Also, where'd you go? Oh. You haven't played the first two? I'd say Dragon Age 2 is closer to Inquisition in combat, but it is more of a tight-knit game. Like, you don't explore that much. They reuse a lot of locations for the story, so you don't get to explore that much, but there's a reason for that based on the story. Dragon Age Origins, which is the first one, has a very different gameplay. It's quite tactical. It is more like companion management in combat than it is with the other two. So it's a bit more slower paced and stuff. So it is quite different. Yeah, 2 is mostly the deep roads plus the town that I can't remember what it's called. Kirkwall, I think it is. The surrounding area of Kirkwall. And I think there's another location. Oh, in Kirkwall. So there's the outside of Kirkwall, which is like the mountains and stuff. And then there's inside Kirkwall, which is like the docks and the sewers and, you know, in the different houses and stuff. I didn't hate it, but I would say if you are going to play it, pick a mage, because they're the most OP class, and you don't really need to aim. You just obliterate everything with AoE spells. I tried playing a rogue, but I was extremely inefficient compared to the 2 mages I had on the team that just destroyed everything. Oh, so you already own them. Yeah. I'd say give Origin a try. It is quite different though in terms of gameplay, so it may take some time getting used to. It's not fast paced at all. Yeah, but it's good. It's got a good storyline, and there's lots of choices and consequences.
Balara, I'm
My brother.
Yeah.
What?
Back there, you asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
Oh no. I'm assuming he got shunted away by a rift or a artifact.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
It's okay. Well, no, it's not okay. But not because of you. Syrian. That was his name. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notister Thalin. Figured it had the answers. Or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
I think this is just a moment for her.
It wasn't fair. But it never is it?
No.
Syrian felt responsible. For our people. For me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan. Hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused. Anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
Nod. It's definitely more survivor's guilt, but they didn't specify what actually happened to him. Is he dead, or is he just, did he get warped somewhere? I guess we'll find out as we continue the quest line. Oh, focusing contraption. Ooh, reduced by 10%. And whenever Belara's ability defeats an enemy, all our cooldowns are reduced. Ooh. Good. But yeah, so it seems like everyone's little storyline has a little bit of mystery thrown in there. Because, you know, you have to. Otherwise, wait, did she get skill points? She did. Fade bolts, 100% stagger. Ooh. And shock will shock everyone. Cooldown reduction. 38 seconds. I think that's close to Lucanus's. Lethally detonating an enemy with ability grants quickened. That's also good. Shoot a small projectile at a random enemy, that could be handy. On impact, bolts of lightning shoot out from the target, causing electric damage to nearby enemies. That one sounds better, because it's better for AoE, and usually when I try to use their abilities for detonation, I pick the one in the center, or who has the stronger HP. What is this? I see. I see. Alright. Let's do this coffee. Coffee with the crows. Alright, didn't let me pick party members. But there's a thingy here, so I'll just do that. Lucanus and no, don't work together. That one works together. So do they. There we go. Two mages. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. Ugh. Two mages and a rogue. It is interesting that, yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is interesting that there's no tank yet. Warrior class. I don't think there's actual tanks in this game.
a look and keep my stores full.
Okay, so we can buy a new dagger, which is actually quite cheap. So we'll just do it. Or a new outfit. It is better, technically. Sundered effectiveness. I do detonation versus mages. But still, we can buy outfit looks. It is. I was saying earlier that in all the other ones, you generally, like the first 3 companions you meet, it's generally one of each. Because like obviously in Inquisition you had Cassandra, Solus, and Varric, which are your 3 classes. In Origins, you meet a warrior and a mage like instantly, and you do get to meet a rogue next town afterwards. So that one does have some time, but I've already done like the 2 branching quests after the first sort of single line quests, so I feel like I should have found one by now. And then in, what's this? A gift. Oh, it doesn't cost much at all. That one's only 200. All right, I'll buy that one. And what was I saying? In Dragon Age 2, you get a warrior straight away with one of your companions. Your siblings, they will be a different class to what you are, so you get that option there, because it's like it's a bit of a story about family. Hunting plumage, that's cheap. So you get yeah, it's more balanced. This one is very out of balance. Is all I'm saying. And there's only 2 warriors in this one, where most of the other ones, there's been more warriors than you could poke a stick at. Although actually, I'm trying to think about number 2, who the warriors were. Coming up with blanks.
Occupied. The insult of it.
It's more than insulting.
It's salt in the wound. And that is my purview.
It sure is. I know who the first one is. I'm trying to think who the other warriors are. Yeah, you don't really need a tank, but look, I'll tell you this. When I was doing a ranged mage and all I had to work with was another mage, a rogue who was a bow user, or a second mage who also uses a bow. And then when I finally got Lucanus on the team, who is a melee focused rogue, combat does feel different now. Like, I'm not the primary target all the time, so it definitely makes a difference, and I am a bit surprised that they didn't put a melee character in, just so that way you could get a little bit of leeway between the enemies just hunting you down, because I'm just a little squishy mage. I have a little barrier that breaks after 1 fireball, apparently, which was quite funny.
I could have daggers in 100 necks by nightfall.
No doubt. But more necks would present themselves tomorrow.
I have other daggers.
Am I interrupting?
Forgive Thea. She gets testy when a contract is delayed.
I'll get it.
Help me out here. What contract?
One that may involve you.
You want help against the gods. We want Treviso free. We now think they may be the same problem. The occupation has a face. The Antam commander, Keith Lord butchered Dathrata. But Viago thinks killing him outright is short-sighted.
The butcher took the city suspiciously fast. Removing him is useless if someone else can repeat that, with the help of gods or something else. Despite it being the outcome, assassination is not about killing, it's about sending a message.
And what message would that be?
Murder.
The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free.
No, I'm moving on Adventurer, which I think is the middle ground, because from what I could tell, I think there was 6 different difficulties. I didn't look at them all. I just saw I was in the middle and I was like, that's fair. And I had seen some stuff online in regards to combat being, well, people are saying it's not great and the enemies get too tanky, that they like have too much HP. And it's not that the fights are difficult, it's just that it was taking too long to just whittle them down. So I was like, I'll just say standard for now. It's also my first playthrough, so I'll keep it at standard because I wanted to make my own opinion first. So a couple things were just saying, you know, like play for about 10 hours or so on standard difficulty, and then if you get sick of combat, just change it to the easiest difficulty so you can kill things quicker. But I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, they were saying even normal difficulty, it gets, like, enemies get quite tanky. They just have more HP. So I can only imagine harder difficulty is exactly the same. They just have more than that and also just hit harder. But I'm playing a mage, so if I get hit by some of the larger enemies, like, I go down quite easily. I don't want to be in that situation. At least my first playthrough, while I'm sort of figuring out all the different abilities and the skills and which build I want to go down, because the skill tree for the main character is quite large, and I'm still trying to find what I want on the skill board and the best way to get there. So I haven't got a proper build. I'm just kind of going with what I feel like at the moment.
You're in charge. Antiva has a king.
And the power of a king is enforced by armies. Antiva has no army. It has the crows.
There's a reason Antivan coins have portraits of guild leaders, not royalty. We're patriots. Crows can't field a battalion, but we protect our nation our way.
Sure. The occupation was too easy.
Sounds like you think the occupation wasn't just about force.
Cruel as the butcher is, he didn't break the city with a siege. It was sudden and complete.
Like he had it all mapped. Where to march and what to close off to choke resistance.
He had inside information? Spies?
He had something.
And until we know what it was, killing him isn't the contract.
Is it your cousin?
The gods care about taking Treviso.
The butcher wants Treviso. The gods may just want the Antam.
But Antam distrust magic and outright fear demons. They should be enemies.
Power can turn anyone against their own interests, their own people.
Maybe. Tell me about the butcher.
Butcher Dathrata. What do you know about him?
The Antam army fractured, split among warlords, and he seems to have kept the most traditional discipline. And the rank and file like it. His numbers keep growing, but the butcher himself is odd.
Odd how?
He gives daily speeches about how the occupation is somehow merciful. And the way he talks, it's familiar. It's like he thinks he belongs here. And I won't have it.
Alright, so we kill him eventually.
Helping the crows helps everyone in the long run. What's the first step to your message?
We have a scout named Dareth. He said he was onto something the butcher was hiding.
He was in the Drown district, so that's a place to start. Find our crow and help with his contract.
Find your crow, then what?
We break this occupation. We craft the message one step at a time.
And when we finally assassinate the person who leashed Treviso, that death will tell everyone. The crows rule Antiva, and Treviso will be free. I've noted the location of Dareth and his cousin, Jacobus, in the Drown district.
Jacobus.
They're always together. Jacobus will be eager to help. Perhaps too eager for one so young.
Can you blame him? We've all lost too much to this occupation.
Fair. So far, I don't feel like the crows are much of a threat. They seem quite small as a faction compared to what they were in other versions of Dragon Age games. Like they're kind of just standing around doing nothing. Maybe we'll get to see them in action eventually, but so far it just feels like I can't imagine that they're the ones that rule Antiva when they're, you know, people having wine. I'm going to take a quick break and then we will continue. There's also this other quest that I was supposed to be doing, but I got distracted. But I'll take a quick break.